Have you ever wondered why some people always look elegant and sophisticated, even when they don't wear expensive clothes or fancy accessories? The truth is that looking rich has nothing to do with how much money you have in the bank. In fact, there are simple secrets that anyone can use to create an image of elegance and sophistication without spending a dime more. What if I told you that you could completely transform the way people see you in just a few weeks? In this video, you'll discover 10 powerful habits that make all the difference in your appearance and presence. These are the same tricks that successful people use every day, but that are rarely shared. If you don't learn these techniques, you'll continue to go unnoticed, while others, who may have fewer resources than you, manage to attract positive attention and respect wherever they go. Get ready to discover how small adjustments in your daily routine can create an impressive transformation. Stay until the end because the last tip is the most surprising of all and could change everything for you. Tip 1. Take care of your posture like a queen. The way you carry yourself is the first sign of elegance that people notice. Correct posture costs nothing, but it is worth millions in terms of the impression you make. When you walk hunched over, with your shoulders slumped and your head down, you automatically convey insecurity and slovenliness. On the other hand, when you keep your back straight, your shoulders back and your chin slightly raised, you radiate confidence and sophistication. The problem is that many people don't realize how they are carrying themselves throughout the day. We spend hours looking down, using our cell phones, working on the computer, or doing household chores, and this negatively shapes our bodies. Over time, this slouched posture becomes an automatic habit, and you could be sabotaging your own image without even realizing it. To put this tip into practice, start by doing a simple exercise. Imagine that there is an invisible string pulling the top of your head upwards, as if you were a puppet. Now, pull your shoulders back and down, leaving your chest naturally open. Keep your chin parallel to the floor, neither too high nor too low. Practice this position in front of the mirror until it becomes natural. A real-life example of how this works. Watch how elegant people walk at important events. They don't rush, they don't slouch, they don't look at the ground. Every step is taken with purpose and dignity. You can do the same thing at the supermarket, at work, or walking down the street. The benefits are immediate and impressive. First, you'll instantly look taller and slimmer. Second, people will treat you with more respect because correct posture conveys authority. Third, you'll feel more confident because the way we move our bodies directly influences our emotions. And fourth, you'll avoid back and neck pain that comes from poor posture. Tip 2. Master the art of strategic silence. There is a huge difference between people who talk too much and people who know how to use silence to their advantage. People who are truly elegant don't feel the need to fill every space with words. They talk less, but when they do talk, everyone pays attention. This is one of the most powerful secrets to looking sophisticated without spending a dime. The problem this tip solves is that of appearing anxious or desperate for attention. When we talk too much, especially about our personal lives, financial problems, or family dramas, we end up coming across as someone who is out of control. In addition, people who talk too much about themselves rarely show genuine interest in others, which can drive people away. To put this into practice, start by observing your conversations throughout the day. Before you speak, ask yourself, is this information really necessary? Will it add value to the conversation? When someone asks an intrusive personal question, you don't have to answer in detail. A simple, polite answer followed by a question about the other person will shift the focus back. For example, if someone asks you about your financial problems, instead of explaining your entire situation, you could respond with, "I'm focusing on my priorities right now. How are you staying organized with your goals?" This shows class and also shows genuine interest in the other person. Practice the power of pauses too. When someone tells you something important, don't rush to respond. Pause, show that you're processing the information, and then give a thoughtful response. This shows maturity and depth. The benefits of this approach are fantastic. First, you will create an air of mystery around yourself, and mysterious people always arouse curiosity and interest. Second, when you speak less, your words will carry more weight and importance. Third, you will become a better listener, which will make people feel special in your presence. And fourth, you will avoid saying things that you might later regret, protecting your reputation and keeping your dignity intact. Tip 3. Transform your home into a sanctuary of elegance. The environment you live in says a lot about who you are, even if no one else sees it. A clean and organized home doesn't cost any extra money, but it creates a completely different energy that reflects in your posture and confidence. Elegant people treat their home as a personal temple, regardless of the size or value of the furniture. Many people believe that they need expensive furniture or sophisticated decor to have a beautiful home, but this idea is completely wrong. True luxury lies in order, cleanliness, and harmony. A messy and dirty home, even with expensive furniture, will never convey elegance. On the other hand, a simple but impeccably maintained environment exudes sophistication. The problem that many people face is the accumulation of unnecessary objects and the lack of a cleaning routine. Over time, the house becomes a deposit of things that are no longer useful, and this creates a feeling of heaviness and disorganization that directly affects your mental state and self-esteem. To apply this tip, start by doing a deep clean and getting rid of everything you haven't used in over a year. Be honest with yourself. Those clothes that no longer fit, those broken objects you've been meaning to fix for months, those old magazines. Donate, sell, or throw away, but free up the space. Next, create simple maintenance routines. Make your bed as soon as you wake up every morning. Wash dishes immediately after meals. Put things away as soon as you're done using them. These small habits, when practiced consistently, will keep your home looking presentable. A practical example. Choose a corner of your home to be your special space. It could be an armchair with a nice cushion, a small table with a plant, or simply a place where you like to drink coffee. Keep this space always perfect, as if you were going to receive important guests at any time. The benefits are transformative. First, you will wake up every day in an environment that inspires and energizes you. Second, your mind will become more organized because the external environment directly influences our thoughts. Third, you will feel prepared to receive guests at any time, which increases your social confidence. And fourth, you will develop a standard of excellence that will be reflected in other areas of your life. Now, before I continue with more amazing tips, I need to ask you a very important favor. If these tips are making sense to you, leave a like on this video to help me reach more people who also want to transform their image. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any tips on elegance and sophistication. And tell me here in the comments where you're watching from. I love to know where my dear viewers are. Tip 4. Develop a flawless personal care routine. There is no elegance without basic personal care, and this has nothing to do with expensive products or fancy treatments. A truly elegant person always has clean and well-groomed nails, combed hair, clean skin, and fresh breath. These details may seem small, but they make a huge difference in the impression you make. The problem is that many people neglect these basic care measures because they are in a hurry, lazy, or because they think they are not important. But the truth is that people notice these details even if unconsciously. Dirty nails, greasy hair, poorly brushed teeth, or stained clothes send a clear message of sloppiness, regardless of how much the clothes cost. Having a flawless self-care routine doesn't mean spending hours in the bathroom or buying expensive products. It means creating simple habits that become automatic and ensure you always look presentable. It's about consistency, not perfection or overspending. To put this into practice, create a 15-minute morning routine that includes the basics. Brush your teeth thoroughly, wash your face, comb your hair, apply a simple moisturizer, and make sure your nails are clean. At night, take another 15 minutes to remove your makeup if you have any, wash your face again, and get ready for the next day. Here's a real-life example of how this works. Keep a basic kit in your bag with a toothbrush, toothpaste, a small comb, and lip balm. That way, even on busy days, you can quickly freshen up in the bathroom at work before an important meeting or social gathering. Take special care of your hands because they are always on display. Keep your nails clean and at an appropriate length. If you can't get a professional manicure, at least keep them well trimmed and use oil or cream on your cuticles. Well-groomed hands convey personal care and attention to detail. The benefits are immediate and long-lasting. First, you will feel more confident in any situation because you know you always look presentable. Second, people will see you as someone who values and respects themselves, which automatically generates more respect from others. Third, these care routines will become automatic habits, so you won't have to think about them, but you will always look impeccable. And fourth, you will prevent major health and appearance problems that can arise from a lack of basic care. Tip 5. Learn the art of eating with elegance. The way you behave at the table says a lot about your education and sophistication, and it has nothing to do with going to fancy restaurants. Knowing how to eat elegantly is a skill you can use anywhere, from a business lunch to a family dinner, and it will instantly elevate your social presence. Many people underestimate the importance of table manners, but the truth is that it is one of the first things people notice at social gatherings. Eating with your mouth open, talking with your mouth full, using your cell phone during meals, or rushing around excessively are habits that destroy any impression of elegance you may be trying to create. The problem is that these behaviors become automatic when we don't pay attention, especially when we eat alone or in very informal settings. But if you want to project an elegant image, you need to maintain the same standards in all situations, because you never know when you'll be observed. To put this tip into practice, start by paying attention to how fast you eat. Elegant people eat slowly, savoring each bite. This demonstrates self-control and allows you to maintain a pleasant conversation during the meal. Always chew with your mouth closed and avoid making noises when eating or drinking. Keep your phone away from the table during meals. This shows respect for the people you are with and shows that you are in the moment. If you are eating alone, use this time to relax and reflect instead of being distracted by your phone. A practical example: when you eat something that could get your hands dirty, such as fruit or sandwiches, always have a napkin handy and use it frequently. Wipe your lips discreetly whenever necessary and never lick your lips in public. Also, learn how to position your utensils correctly. Even when you're eating simple meals, hold your fork and knife correctly, and when you're done eating, leave your utensils in order on your plate. These little details show politeness and refinement. The benefits of this elegance at the table are impressive. First, you will feel comfortable in any social setting, from business dinners to special family events. Second, people will see you as educated and sophisticated, which will open social and professional doors. Third, you will enjoy your meals more because eating slowly and mindfully improves digestion and satisfaction. And fourth, you will pass these values on to your children and loved ones, creating a positive cycle of elegance around you. Tip 6. Cultivate refined and powerful language. The way you speak is one of the clearest indicators of your level of education and sophistication. Careful, well-articulated language costs nothing, but it can open doors and create opportunities that money can't buy. Classy people choose their words carefully and speak clearly and respectfully in all situations. The big problem is that many people develop language habits that completely sabotage their image. Constantly swearing, using excessive slang, speaking too loudly, interrupting others, or using vulgar expressions are habits that destroy any attempt to appear sophisticated, no matter how well dressed you are. Another common mistake is to talk too much about personal problems, money, illnesses, or family dramas in social conversations. Classy people keep conversations interesting and positive, avoiding topics that might make others uncomfortable or embarrassed. They know that conversation is an art, and they master this art perfectly. To improve your language skills, start by paying attention to the words you use most often. Gradually eliminate swear words from your vocabulary and replace them with more elegant expressions. Instead of saying something is crappa, say, it didn't meet your expectations. Instead of what a bummer, try what a mess. Practice speaking more slowly and clearly. Many people speak too quickly when they are nervous, which can make it difficult to understand what they are saying. Take a breath before you speak, organize your thoughts, and express yourself calmly and articulately. A practical example: record yourself speaking for a few minutes and then listen to it. You will identify language mistakes that you were not even aware of, such as using ni or typo too much, or speaking in a high-pitched voice. Work consciously to correct these habits. Also, develop your ability to ask interesting questions about others. Instead of talking only about yourself, show genuine interest in the experiences and opinions of the people around you. This shows emotional maturity and social skills. The benefits of polished language are transformative. First, you'll be taken more seriously in both professional and personal situations because people associate polished language with competence and trustworthiness. Second, you'll feel more confident in any social group, from business meetings to sophisticated social events. Third, you'll automatically inspire respect because the way you speak is one of the first impressions you make. And fourth, you'll become a more engaging conversationalist, which attracts quality people into your life and creates deeper, more meaningful relationships. Tip 7. Master the art of walking with purpose and grace. The way you walk says a lot about your personality and confidence level. A classy walk has nothing to do with expensive shoes or designer clothes, but everything to do with posture, rhythm, and intention. Classy people walk as if they have an important destination, even if they are just going to the grocery store around the corner. The problem is that many people develop walking habits that convey insecurity, unnecessary haste, or a lack of self-esteem. Walking with your eyes fixed on the ground, shuffling your feet, walking too fast or too slow, swinging your arms excessively, or not keeping a consistent pace are all signs that destroy any impression of elegance. What's more, many people don't realize that their gait changes completely depending on their mood or situation. When they're sad, they shuffle their feet. When they're nervous, they speed up. When they're insecure, they hunch their shoulders. But truly elegant people maintain a consistent, graceful walk in all situations. To develop an elegant walk, start by practicing at home in front of a mirror. Keep your head up, shoulders back, and take firm, deliberate steps. Your arms should swing naturally at your sides, without exaggerating. Your stride should be neither too wide nor too small, finding a rhythm that is comfortable but purposeful. Practice walking in a straight line, placing one foot in front of the other as if you were following an invisible line on the ground. This creates a more fluid, graceful walk. Keep your weight slightly forward, which conveys determination and purpose. A real-life example of how this works. Watch confident people walk in public places. They don't rush, they don't shuffle, they don't look around insecurely. Each step is taken with intention, as if they know exactly where they're going and why they're going there. Adapt your speed to the environment. In formal settings such as offices or social events, walk more slowly and with more solemnity. In casual settings, you can walk at a more natural pace, but always maintain an upright posture and a purposeful gait. The benefits of walking gracefully are immediate and powerful. First, you'll automatically exude confidence, even on days when you don't feel confident inside. Second, people will perceive you as determined and focused, which attracts opportunities and respect. Third, good walking posture improves your physical health by strengthening your back muscles and improving your breathing. And fourth, you'll feel more powerful and in control of your life, because the way we move our bodies directly influences our feelings and self-esteem. Tip 8. create a morning beauty ritual that costs nothing. Having a well-structured morning routine is one of the most powerful secrets to starting the day feeling elegant and confident. I'm not talking about expensive procedures or fancy products, but rather simple rituals that awaken your feminine energy and prepare you to face the day with presence and dignity. Many people wake up in a rush, get dressed in a hurry, leave the house without even looking in the mirror, and then wonder why they feel disorganized and lacking confidence throughout the day. The problem is that when we start the day without taking care of ourselves, this energy of carelessness extends to all other activities. Elegant people know that the way they start their day determines how they feel and are perceived for the next few hours. They create morning rituals that connect them with their femininity and elegance, no matter how much time they have available. To create your morning ritual, start by waking up 15 minutes earlier. Use these extra minutes to pamper yourself with love and attention. Start by drinking a glass of water as soon as you wake up to kickstart your metabolism and hydrate your body after a night of sleep. Take 5 minutes to move your body, even if it's just a few stretches, shoulder rolls, or deep breaths by the window. This will awaken your vital energy and improve your posture for the entire day. A practical example of your ritual might include, when you look in the mirror, instead of focusing on your flaws, find 3 things that you like about yourself in that moment. It could be the color of your eyes, the texture of your hair, or simply the fact that you are alive and healthy. This simple practice completely shifts your internal energy. As you get ready, do each action with intention and care. Brush your hair with the thought of how you want to feel throughout the day. Apply moisturizer to your hands as a gesture of self-love. Put on your clothes with the thought of the confident woman you are becoming. End your ritual with a positive affirmation or intention for the day. It could be something as simple as, "Today, I will treat myself with kindness," or "Today, I will radiate confidence in everything I do." This programs your subconscious mind to look for opportunities to live out that intention. The benefits of this ritual are transformative. First, you will leave home every day feeling prepared and confident, regardless of the challenges that may arise. Second, this routine creates a solid foundation of self-care that is reflected in your posture and energy throughout the day. Third, you develop a more loving and respectful relationship with yourself, which naturally attracts more love and respect from others. And fourth, even on the most difficult days, you will have this sacred moment of connection with yourself, which becomes an anchor of emotional stability. Tip 9. Learn to use the power of simple accessories. You don't need expensive jewelry or designer accessories to completely elevate your look. In fact, some of the most elegant accessories are the simplest and most timeless. The key is to choose pieces that complement your natural style and use them strategically to create a sophisticated, well-thought-out look. The biggest mistake many people make is using too many accessories or choosing pieces that compete with each other, creating a confusing and overdone look. True elegance lies in simplicity and harmony. A sophisticated person would rather wear one beautiful, well-chosen piece than several pieces that don't work together. Another common problem is saving accessories for special occasions and always wearing the same basic items on a daily basis. But the truth is that you deserve to feel special every day, and simple but well-chosen accessories can completely transform a basic look into something elegant and interesting. To master this art, start by selecting the accessories you already have. Choose timeless and versatile pieces. A simple watch, small, elegant earrings, a delicate chain, a pretty scarf, a quality bag in a neutral color. These basic pieces can be combined in many different ways. The golden rule is, less is more. If you're wearing statement earrings, keep your necklace understated. If you're wearing a statement necklace, opt for small earrings. If you're wearing multiple bracelets, avoid over-the-top rings. The goal is to create an interesting focal point, not an accessory competition. A practical example: a simple scarf can be worn in dozens of different ways. around the neck to add elegance to a basic blouse, in the hair for a more sophisticated look, on the handle of a bag for a touch of color, or even as a belt to accentuate the waist. It's an inexpensive accessory that multiplies your style possibilities. Also learn to take good care of the accessories you have. Keep them clean, organized, and in good condition. A simple but well cared for accessory always looks more expensive and elegant than an expensive but neglected piece. Pay attention to the details. Make sure your accessories are in good working order, that your jewelry is not tarnished, that your bag is not dirty, that your watch is showing the correct time. These little details can make all the difference in the final impression. The benefits of smart accessorizing are fantastic. First, you can create completely different looks using the same basic items, saving you money and streamlining your wardrobe. Second, well-chosen accessories draw attention to your best features and draw attention away from areas you'd rather hide. Third, you develop your own personal style, which is much more appealing than simply following fads. And fourth, people will start to notice and compliment your good taste, which will boost your confidence and reputation as someone who's stylish and elegant. Tip 10. Develop a magnetic presence through active listening. The last tip is perhaps the most powerful of all, and it's something that truly elegant people have mastered perfectly. The art of making others feel special through genuine listening. This skill costs absolutely nothing, but it creates an irresistible personal magnetism that no amount of money can buy. We live in a world where everyone wants to talk, but almost no one really knows how to listen. People are always thinking about what they're going to say, checking their phones, or simply waiting for their turn to talk about themselves. When you develop the ability to truly listen, you become a precious rarity, and people naturally feel drawn to your presence. The problem is that many people confuse being elegant with being the center of attention, but the truth is quite the opposite. Truly sophisticated people know that true power lies in making others shine, and that happens when you give your full and genuine attention to the person you're talking to. To develop this skill, start by practicing being fully present in conversations. This means putting away your phone, stopping what you're doing, looking into the person's eyes, and really paying attention to what they're saying. Not just the words, but the emotions behind them. Ask questions that show genuine interest. Instead of superficial questions like, "How are you doing?" try, "What's been your favorite thing lately?" Or, "What was the best part of your day today?" These questions open the door to deeper, more meaningful conversations. Here's a practical example. When someone tells you about a problem, resist the temptation to immediately offer solutions or tell a similar story of your own. Instead, show that you're really listening by saying, "I can imagine how hard that must have been for you," or "Tell me more about that." Most people just want to be heard and understood. Use body language to show interest. Lean in slightly, maintain eye contact, nod to show you're interested, and smile when appropriate. These small gestures make the person feel valued and respected. Also learn to summarize what the person said, showing that you were really listening. So if I understand correctly, you're saying that this not only shows that you listened, but it also helps the person organize their own thoughts. The benefits of this skill are extraordinary and long-lasting. First, you'll become the person everyone turns to when they need to talk, because you offer something rare, genuine, non-judgmental attention. Second, you'll develop much deeper and more meaningful relationships, both personally and professionally. Third, people will remember you as someone special, even if you only spoke for a short time, because you made them feel important. And fourth, you'll learn so much more about life, people, and the world, because when you truly listen, you absorb wisdom and experiences that enrich your own journey. We've reached the end of these 10 powerful tips that can completely transform the way you look and feel about yourself. The amazing thing is that none of them cost money, but they all have the power to create an authentic elegance that no expensive outfit can buy. You've just discovered the secrets that sophisticated people use every day, but that are rarely shared openly. Remember, elegance is not in what you have, but in how you carry yourself. It is not in the price of your clothes, but in your posture. It is not in the places you frequent, but in the way you treat the people around you. These tips you learned today are powerful tools that are available for you to use immediately, starting today. The most important thing to understand is that real transformation happens one step at a time. You don't have to implement all of these changes at once. Pick 2 or 3 tips that resonate with you the most and start with those. Practice them every day until they become second nature, and then gradually add more. Your journey to becoming a more elegant and confident woman starts now, this very moment. Don't wait for the perfect moment, the perfect outfit, or the right situation. Start today with what you have, where you are. Your posture can improve now. Your speech can become more refined in your next conversation. Your home can become more organized today. Remember too, that true elegance comes from the inside out. When you respect, value, and treat yourself with care, it naturally reflects in your appearance and behavior. People notice when someone loves and cares for themselves, and this is magnetically attractive. Don't compare your journey to others. Every woman has her own definition of elegance and her own pace of growth. What matters is that you are evolving and becoming the best version of yourself, day after day. And here's my final challenge for you. For the next 7 days, choose 3 of these tips and practice them consciously. It could be improving your posture, paying more attention to your language, or organizing a corner of your home. At the end of those 7 days, notice how you feel differently and how people start to treat you differently too. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 10 tips caught your attention the most? Which one will you start practicing first? Your answer may inspire other women who are watching this video and also want to enhance their natural elegance. Let's create a chain of women supporting each other and growing together. Because when a woman empowers herself, she inspires everyone around her.